Hi guys, so today's video is going to be a get ready with me, testing out a bunch of new products that I've gotten in the last month or so. A few of them are reoccurring products that I just really love, so you're going to see some repeated ones, but I thought this would be a great opportunity to sit down and talk about what I thought of last year and then just some goals and resolutions going into the new year. Personal goals, work goals, and all that stuff. So without keeping this introduction super long, let's go ahead and get into it. So before I put any makeup on, I like to moisturize my lips, especially in the winter. My lips get so dry, and so I'm always doing that first before I start in with any makeup. And for lip balm, I'm just using the L'Occitane lip balm. So I've already primed my face and moisturized and all that stuff, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with foundation. This is a brand new foundation that I got, and it's the Bobbi Brown Skin Long Wear Weightless Foundation. It's a full coverage, oil-free shine control. So I've used this a couple times, but I really just got this. The reason I wanted to do this video is because I got tons of new brushes. I got all the Sigma brushes, and so this one is one of the new brushes that I got, and it is the Sigma Flat Kabuki F80 brush, and it's supposed to be really good for blending out liquid foundation. I've been using my Artiste brush, the palm brush, for a while, and I absolutely love that brush, but I thought it would be nice to have something a little bit smaller to get in like under the eyes and around the nose. I like to do this because I don't like to put it directly on the brush because I feel like it wastes a ton of product. So then I'm gonna go in with this big brush and blend it out. I love the feeling of a new brush so much. I will have to add more foundation because I don't think I put enough on. I never know trying out new brushes how much foundation to use because I'm so used to using my Artiste brush. I just don't know how much foundation that it will absorb into the bristles, and it looks like a lot is absorbing into the brush the first time just because it's never been used. So I'm probably gonna put more foundation on. So that covered up a little bit, but I definitely want a fuller coverage. Apply some more. So as far as 2018 goes, I thought I would share a few feelings that I had about last year and just how I've been feeling going into this year. I feel like this year was one of the most eventful years of my life, getting engaged and getting a dog and moving and just all that stuff. But for some reason this year, just coming into the new year, I felt so, I don't know, defeated, and just felt like this year, like I didn't get anything done. I just felt like I wasted so much time. And I feel like we kind of get that way each year. When the new year rolls around, we start to feel like, oh, like I didn't accomplish what I wanted to. And I feel like that's pretty common just because we always set so many goals and we have this idea in our mind of where we'll be in a year. And I definitely had a successful year, and it was a very productive year, I might add. But at the same time, I just really felt like, I don't know, that there could have been more this year that I had gotten done, and I just felt like I didn't make that happen. So this year was kind of weird. The first few days of the new year, I felt like just so down. I just felt like I wasn't gonna reach my goals this year, like, because I didn't feel like I reached all my goals last year, and trying to work past those feelings and just really put in the effort for this year. And so a lot of it was me just feeling like I couldn't do YouTube or blogging because of just so many reasons and just so many excuses that I had for myself. And so I made up all these excuses. Oh, you can't be a blogger because you're not super skinny, you're not super tall, or you can't be a blogger because you get easily embarrassed in public. Like, that's something that gets me like every single day, is how easily embarrassed I get. That would keep me from vlogging every day, and it would keep me from wanting to get a really good shot, is because I would just feel so embarrassed of what people might think. I felt like that was almost too powerful for me to overcome, and so that's why I had a really hard time coming into the new year, because I felt like last year my goal was to really take the YouTube stuff seriously and take blogging more seriously, and I did, but there were just so many things that I feel like I missed out on, or that I didn't capture well enough, or didn't capture enough. And so this year, I'm just really trying to let that go and admit that yes, there were a lot of things that being embarrassed kept me from, but that there's so many more opportunities coming up this year that I can't let get past me just because I'm concerned about what happened last year. So enough rambling. That's the foundation, and I think it went on pretty nicely. I really like the finish of it. It's super dewy, but it's not oily, and it covered pretty well. I have some pretty big blemishes up there, so I'm not surprised that it didn't cover that. I pick up my skin a lot, I gotta be honest, so yeah, that's just how it is. But I'm gonna try to go in with concealer, and this is the Glossier in medium. It's like their stretch concealer, and it doesn't really conceal that well, but it's okay. I don't really own concealer, I gotta be totally honest. This is the only concealer that I own, so I don't know, I just never, whenever I buy makeup, I never am like, I'm gonna go buy a new concealer. Like, that's never something, like I wanna buy eyeshadows, or I wanna buy bronzers or highlights. Like, I never buy concealers, and so I need to stock up on concealers. This is the Sigma Precision Flat Angle Brush, and I don't know if you're supposed to use this with concealer, but I thought it would be the perfect little concealer brush. It's this tiny little dense angled brush, and it's just like the foundation brush in density, but it's just teeny tiny. So I'm gonna take this Sigma brush, and I'm just gonna go for it and try to dip it into this little pot of concealer, and we will see how this goes. So I'm gonna apply it under my eyes and on my little spots. I really like the Glossier Stretch Concealer because I just think it's so lightweight and so easy to use, and I don't know, I just really like it. So I think I used it in my Get Ready With Me summer video. That's how long it's been since I've done a Get Ready With Me video. It's been forever. So the set that I got came with another concealer brush, so I might break that out and see what that does. So this is the other concealer brush that I came with, and it's the Sigma Soft Blend Concealer. It actually says concealer, so maybe I was supposed to use this one. Super fluffy brush, but it's actually dense enough. Like, it's not a highlighting brush, so I'm just gonna blend this out really well. These little spots are just giving me like so much trouble right now. So I think what the best method is to apply it with your finger and then blend out the edges of the spot with this concealer brush. That's what it's looking like. Is probably the best method at this point. That was my concealer and foundation. I love, 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 love the finish of this. So I think it really applied the foundation and the concealer really well. Next, I'm gonna go in with my translucent powder, and I'm using my Wowder. I always like applying the powder to places where I will get super oily during the day. So that's on my cheeks, definitely down my T-zone. Applying the powder is really nice. It gives your skin a super soft look after you do your foundation and concealer, and kind of just sets it all in there so it's not going anywhere. For bronzer, I'm going to be using this French brand, and I'm going to butcher it, so here we go. It's Clé de Peau Beauty bronzer duo. I'm using my new Clinique brush. This is something I got for Christmas, and it is their bronzer blender brush. It's the best brush in the world, you guys. So I'm going to be applying this bronzer. It just goes on so well. And I think the thing I like most about this brush is that because it's so loose, it's so easy to also make it like compact and do more of like a contour. I just really like how it goes on. I just like this brush so much. So that is my bronzer, and I'm really, really liking how all this has turned out so far. For blush, I'm gonna be going with this new blush that I got. It's Tarte and Exposed. It's a little bit more purple of a blush, but I thought I'd give it a whirl since this whole video is new products that I have. Next is highlight, and this is my all-time favorite highlight. I can't tell you how much I use this. I mean, I use it every single day. I have tons of other highlights, but I go back to this one because it's amazing, and it is the Milk Makeup Highlight in Lit. There's just something so nice about this highlighter that I can't figure out why. I just love it so much. It's the most creamy blendable formula. It really is a shimmer, so it just looks so natural, and it's not super glittery. It's not glittery at all, actually. It's just really shimmery, and it just melts into your skin so nicely. I'm gonna be doing my brows, and like always, I never switch it up. I use the Glossier Boy Brow, and this is like my third tube of it, and I just ordered another tube. It's the easiest thing to do. So next, the fun part is eyeshadows, and more recently I've been obsessed with palettes, and so I'm going to be using the Beauty Counter palette. It has some of the most beautiful colors ever. So I think for my all over lid color, I'm going to be using Eggshell, and I'm going to be using my fluffy diffused crease brush. And I've got to say, I think applying eyeshadow with eyelashes is one of the most difficult things I've ever experienced. For the outer corner color, I'm going to be using Rich Bronze. It's the most beautiful brown, and then I'm going to blend this out at the end. For the middle slash lid color, I'm going to be using this flat brush, which is a firm shader, in Gilded, which is the lighter bronzy shimmer color. And I'm going to be applying that on my lid and blending it out to where I applied the darker color. Then I'm going to go in with the diffused crease and just blend it all together. So for lips, I'm going to be using my Dior Lip Addict Lacquer Stick. This is honestly one of the nicest colors and formulas. So this is the final look, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this Get Ready With Me video. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!